Located approximately an hour outside of Moab, you will find one of the most challenging and scenic trails in all of Utah. This Jeep Badge of Honor trail consists of many steps and ledges that will certainly test your vehicle's articulation and the driver's off-road prowess. For those that dare take on the challenge, they are rewarded with an awe-inspiring view at the top of the world. Hey everyone, welcome back to Trail Expedition. My name is Scott. We finally made it to Moab. First trail of the day, top of the world. Let's get to it. Moab, Utah. A bucket list trip, the off-road mecca of the world. It took me 1,500 miles and approximately 22 hours of driving to make it to this epic location. And all I can say is, wow, why haven't I done this trip sooner? Not knowing what is around the next bend in the trail or obstacle I will have to overcome keeps me on the edge of my seat. Not only is the terrain an off-roader's dream, the scenery is divine for the wanderlust spirit in us all. It's like a stair step almost. I'm just in 4 low right now. I don't have lockers engaged, and the Gladiator's just walking right up it. I mean, we're taking it really slow. I do have the sway bar disconnected as well. The first several miles of the top of the world trail is easy enough. So much so that just about any four-wheel drive vehicle can handle it. However, a mile or so further down, the trail does start to deteriorate rapidly. Of course, that's when the real fun begins. Not that far into the trail, it split and we took a right and we're coming up to our first ledge here. Alright guys, so we are 1.2 miles in. We reset the tripometer right at the trailhead. And I'm using the FunTreks book for the Moab edition. These books are awesome, so if you guys are in Moab, Utah, Colorado, get one of these books. They are amazing. So at the mile marker 1.8, it does say road gradually gets more difficult. So it's already been pretty awesome so far. So I'm looking to see what the more difficult pertains to. So far, so good. As I gained elevation, the trail became more rocky and unpredictable. Having my tires air down to roughly 18 psi did help smooth out the ride and helped with traction as well. I definitely didn't mind the climb though, as the views were becoming more stunning the higher I went. Man, this trail does not let up. I can see where it gets that 6 to 8 rating now. That's a big bang. Thank God for skid plates. Alright, got one more of those. All right, guys, we are at the 1.8 mile mark. This is where it says in the FunTreks book that the trail does get progressively harder. So let's see what it has in store for us. So we're 2.4 miles in, and it looks like there's a spot here where there's a little bit of a bypass to the left, or you can stay to the right and climb up the rocks. It doesn't look too bad, so let's give it a go. All right, guys, according to the book, at mile marker 2.9, it says difficult ledge is first of many. So that should be right up here. So far, this trail hasn't been bad at all. We've just been in 4 low, sway bar disconnected, 18 PSI on all the tires. The Gladiator's just been walking right through it. Honestly, I think a stock vehicle, like a stock Gladiator or a stock Wrangler, could probably almost do this trail up until now. I do know it's supposed to get harder, though. The loop that comes back around the east side of the trail, they say is much more difficult, so we'll see. All right, I'm not sure if I said it or not, but I thought a stock Gladiator or a stock Wrangler could get through here. Up until the 3 mile mark, it probably could, but not anymore. This is where the trail gets a little interesting. Check out this ledge. It's a pretty good one. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put my passenger side here and my driver's side maybe here, and then climb up this. So it's a pretty good size. And then once you get up here, there's another good size ledge that I'm definitely going to do it. I mean, it's definitely doable. It's just, you're probably not going to get a stock rig up something like this. I mean, this is about waist high to me. Anyway, let's give it a shot. Woo! Got it. All right, one ledge down, got another one right here to go. Here we go with the next big ledge. Walked right up it. I love this Gladiator. This thing is awesome. You know, obstacles that you just look at, you're like, there's no way a vehicle can get up that. I mean, no issues. It just goes. All right, so right around that 2.9 to 3 mile mark, the guys in the book were exactly right. That's where you start getting to some bigger ledges. It looks like there's another one right up here. Let's take a look at this one. So this ledge is really undercut on the far left-hand side, so we're gonna take it far right. Piece of cake. Well, I can definitely say after the 3 mile mark, this trail gets a lot more entertaining. It goes from being stock only It goes from being just a stock trail to you need a little bit of a lift, a little bit bigger tires. I don't think necessarily a winch. I haven't used mine at all. I used my lockers a couple times in some of those climbs up, but maybe I could have made it without lockers with a little bit of skinny pedal, but I like to go slow and use lockers. The further I climbed, the more confident I became in not only my ability, but the capability of my Gladiator as well. Sure, it's not lifted as high and has smaller tires than my Jeep Wrangler. And of course, the breakover angle and departure angle leave a lot to be desired. None of that seemed to matter, as this torque monster diesel Jeep steadily made its way up the mountainside. Alright, so initial impressions of this trail, it's quite a bit rockier than I was expecting it to be. On the Jeep Badge of Honor app, they do rate it a 6 to 8, which, yeah, I'd probably put it right around there. I mean, the Gladiator is such a capable vehicle. Even just with a 2-inch lift and 37s, it's like I'm just in 4 low, don't have any lockers engaged, sway bar is disconnected, but I'm just basically pointing to where I want to go and it's just climbing up stuff. Super impressed with this vehicle. So those last couple ledges that I just went up just did not have enough clearance. Got a couple more here, so we'll see how these ones look. That last ledge climb, I tried to take the hardest line. I'm not going to do that this time because the hard line on this one, I just don't have the approach angle for. Down this ledge right here, and the Gladiator is so long that when I started turning, I was putting my front diff right into this rock here, and I couldn't get my tire up on it. And then when I tried to back up, I was going right back into the ledge, so I really couldn't go backwards. So I had to put a couple of rocks there. Don't worry, I'm going to put them back. Some people are very much against rock stacking, saying it ruins the integrity of the trail. And maybe there is some truth to that. However, if you're literally between a rock and a hard place, it's not a bad option to get you out of a situation. Just be mindful and put the rocks back where you found them, tread lightly, and leave it better than you found it. All right, just came down that, or I actually just came up that incline. And this area here looks pretty chewed up. No lockers required, just walked right up it. All right, according to Onyx Off-Road, we are almost to the end. Plenty close enough to the edge for me. All right, guys, we made it to the top of the world. So this trail so far, we're not even done with it yet. We still got to make the loop back down, which I hear is harder than the loop coming up. So there's definitely spots in the loop coming up that, you know, if you don't have a little bit of a lift, some bigger tires, some rock sliders, some armor, you're probably going to run into a little bit of trouble. However, if you can make it up here, you're treated with an epic view. Look at this. Turn you guys around here. So obviously when you come out here, you got to pull your Jeep or your vehicle up here and get the iconic picture of, you know, your Jeep right on the end of the world, or top of the world. I didn't get super close to the ledge. Even with the front-facing camera, it's really freaky, I'm not gonna lie. Especially with as windy as it is up here today. I got 3/4 of the way there and I stopped. So good enough for me, got my picture, I'm good with it. All right guys, what goes up must come down. So we're gonna do the full loop here, and this side of the loop is supposed to be harder, but I do want to do the entire trail to show you guys, and then we'll cut the video off right when we get done with the full loop. Here we go. Definitely not a bad view leaving top of the world either. Check this out. Looks pretty nice. What laid ahead of me would easily be portions of trail much harder than anything I had encountered so far. The east side of the loop is considered extremely difficult. However, I was going with gravity, so what was the worst that could happen? I soon found out that the ledge drops on the east loop were easily double in size compared to the west side. I wasn't going to let that detour me though, so I bravely forged ahead. Wow, they were not lying when they say this side is a lot rougher. The ledges that you're dropping down are just huge. I just have the drone up in the air right now recording all of it, so you're probably not going to get much audio from the drops, but man, it got a little dicey there for a minute. And we're not even, let's look at Onyx here. We're about halfway through it or so. A couple more ledges here. Right.
Oh, geez. Whew. Oh, wow. That is rough. I'm in 4-low, first gear. I'm on the brake quite a bit too, just trying to control these descents and coming off those ledges. Wow, definitely got some new, probably got a couple new dents, that's for sure. Another spot right here where a couple ledges, not too bad though. Got a couple more big drops right over here. This one, it's really steep right here, so I'm going to try to hang it up in here and take it really wide. Oh, geez. That's that section. Whew. Whew. The backside of this trail, not easy. Definitely hard. Looks like I gotta find a way up this somehow. Alright, we're getting very close to the end of the loop here. Got another big drop right here on my left. Try to take it wide. Another big bang. Oh, there it is. I was just going to say maybe no bang, but right at the tail end. Oh, for the departure angle of the Gladiator, not great. Well, talk about saving the best for last. I'm at the very end of the loop, and this is the climb out. I mean, it's relatively smooth, but it's a climb. Here we go. No issues. Definitely looks intimidating though. And it looks right. There's two ways you can go, left or right. It looks like the main trail stays to the right, and then that meets up with the main loop. So that'll be the end of the trail right there. So we just got this one last little climb here. Wow, what a trail. Top of the world trail in Moab, Utah. 10 out of 10. I would definitely recommend it. Not with a stock rig though. In the beginning, I thought you could do it with a stock rig, but a third of the way through the trail, like 3 miles in, it gets significantly harder. And then if you do the full loop, that backside, when you're coming down all those huge ledges, definitely not for a beginner. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad I did it. Is it the hardest trail I've ever ran? No, I still would say Holy Cross out in Colorado was a little bit harder, but it's definitely top 5, maybe even top 3. Anyway, I'm gonna head on out of here. I still got the beginning part of the trail that I gotta finish off. I will catch you guys in the next video, which I think is gonna be Onion Creek, but I'm to be determined. Anyway, we'll catch you guys over there. Take care.